I want you to imagine this for a second. You work hard, you pay your bills, you own your land fair and square. Then one morning you step outside only to realize that your road, the road you built and maintained with your own money, now has shiny new HOA signs hammered into the ground, as if it never belonged to you. Tell me in the comments right now, what would you do if the HOA tried to steal your road? Because when they pulled this stunt on me, they had no idea the storm they just unleashed. At first I thought it was some kind of mistake. Maybe the workers put the signs in the wrong place. But as I got closer, I saw it in bold letters. HOA Private Road. Members only. My blood boiled. That was my land. I paid taxes on it, maintained it, plowed it during snowstorms, patched up cracks during summer. The HOA president, a smug man named Richard who always strutted around like he owned the world, stood nearby watching me read the sign. When I confronted him, he gave me that fake smile and said, "It's for the community now." You'll understand no apology, no explanation, just arrogance. Within days, they took full control. Cars I didn't recognize began parking along my road. Strangers blocked my driveway, kids couldn't play outside, and trash started piling up because everyone treated it like a dumping ground. I went to Richard again, demanding answers. He waved me off like I was some annoying fly and even had the nerve to hand me a fine notice for unauthorized parking on my own land. I could feel my hands shake with anger. They hadn't just taken my road, they were mocking me in broad daylight. That night, I sat in my living room staring at the papers, my heart pounding. If I didn't act now, they'd think they could walk all over me forever. So I came up with a plan. A quiet plan. I spent the next week calling in favors, hiring a few workers, and ordering equipment online. Late at night, when no one was around, we installed a heavy steel gate across the road. Not one of those flimsy garden gates. This thing was solid, with a remote-controlled lock. I remember standing there at 2 a.m., staring at it under the moonlight, and whispering to myself, "Let's see how they like this." The very next morning, the chaos began. HOA members came out to drive their cars and found the road blocked. They honked, yelled, and banged on the gate. Richard stormed down the street, red-faced and barking orders like a general at war. I stayed calm, sipping my coffee on the porch, as if nothing unusual was happening. And then, as if fate wanted to write the punchline, the tow trucks I had secretly scheduled began rolling in. One by one, every car illegally parked on my road was hauled away. SUVs, sedans, even Richard's shiny black Mercedes. It was all gone. The look on their faces was priceless. By noon, the HOA board was in complete meltdown. Richard tried to twist the story, claiming I was the criminal, but the law was on my side. I owned the land, and I had every right to tow unauthorized vehicles. In fact, I even charged storage fees for the cars they had left abandoned for weeks. Watching Richard's smugness collapse into panic was sweeter than any victory I'd ever felt. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about justice. The fallout was brutal. For them, not me. Homeowners gathered in a heated meeting, shouting at Richard, demanding answers, and questioning why their cars were gone. His power slipped through his fingers, right in front of everyone. By the end of the week, the HOA had to cut me a fat check to cover damages, legal costs, and ironically, trespassing fines for using my land. And just to seal the deal, I installed bright red signs that read, "Private property, keep out." This time, no one dared touch them. So here's the lesson. Never let arrogance push you into silence. If someone steals what's rightfully yours, you fight back smart, not just loud. The HOA thought they could steal my road and humiliate me, but instead, I humiliated them in front of the entire neighborhood. Their cars vanished, their pride vanished, and their so-called authority crumbled into dust. And now I'll ask you again. What would you do if the HOA tried to steal your road? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious. And don't forget to like and subscribe because trust me, This is only one of many HOA nightmares I've got lined up for you.